So Jamal Niaz here with Ibrahim Nadim. You've just had the press conference there. Lively undercard, huge undercard, but the main event, one of the biggest British fights in years. I'd imagine when you was growing up as a kid, this is a fight that you'd have loved to see. How does it feel to be fighting on the same card as Amir Khan versus Kell Brook?
Yeah, it feels like surreal. It's amazing. It's an amazing experience for me. Great platform to be performing on, and obviously, like I said before, Khan's someone we watched when we was younger. Like we all used to get together as a family and kind of cheer him on. And today now, like you see the impact he's had from amateur boxing, because there's a lot more Asians in the sport like competing.
Yeah, because obviously we know from working with you, you're not as outspoken as those guys, but it's hard for you even to show that you got goosebumps on a day like this. You know, the main event press conference is just about to start in about half an hour. Undoubtedly, there's going to be verbal warfare, a bit of a scuffle. How great is it just as a fan to be around this?
Yeah, it's amazing to be. Obviously, you can't tell from my facial expressions, but I'm actually buzzing to be on such a great platform. Can't wait for the interview. It'll be a good one. Yeah,
and then last year, you know, we mentioned you got 2 fights in at the end of the year, which was really good considering how difficult of a year it was. Just talk about what that year was like for yourself. How is it for you personally, not being able to compete, and what was that COVID climate like for yourself?
Well, it was hard because I was out in February, and then I didn't box until October, like late October, and then obviously after that I was out in December again. I had to wait like 7-8 months just to get a fight. But obviously I stayed at the gym training. Obviously you can be training, but sometimes if you don't have a fight date, you can only stay motivated for so long. So it was hard, but I was still learning my craft and just stuck there. And then obviously finally a date came for me.
How much confidence did you gain from those last 2 performances? Because I came down to watch you spar as well, and something that I've definitely noticed watching you spar is that you do have a real violent side to you. You do have a killer instinct. Is that something that you want to show fans on Saturday, that you do have this vicious side to you?
Yeah, well, it really just depends on the style of my opponent. I believe I can box and fight, like I can do a bit of both, so it just depends what the opponent brings to the table.
You've actually fought here before as well. You fought here right before the pandemic, Quigg versus Carroll. How good does it feel to be fighting in your hometown again? Biggest arena, Ricky made it famous. You're hoping to follow in his footsteps?
Obviously the history behind it is it's massive, and even though we're on early and there's not as many people, it's still a buzz just to be boxing in that arena. You can say to people, oh yeah, I boxed in Manchester Arena. Now I can say I boxed there twice, so massive buzz.
Are you going to make sure that you do your best to stick around afterwards? Have you got tickets for the main event? Are you allowed to stick around afterwards and watch the fight as a fan?
I haven't got tickets, but I'm hoping I'm allowed to stick around. You'll just have to see.
You might have to hide in the changing room.
Yeah, if I have to, I'll have to. I'll just sneak in somewhere, because I'm not missing this fight, massive fight.
Who have you got for this one? How do you see this fight going down for the main event, Khan versus Brook?
I've got it as a close fight, but I'm edging towards Khan because I feel as if it's more towards his natural weight, and I think the injuries might have took out Kell Brook quite a bit, whereas with Amir Khan, even though he's been knocked out and stopped, that was at the heavier weights. So I feel as if even if you watch him at the press conference yesterday, he looked really light on his feet and sharp. So yeah.
Did you happen to see, by the way, this is a really weird thing to say, right? But this is true if you've not seen it. Domingo drank kelp. Did you see the video of him drinking his sweat? Yeah. Right. What was your reaction to that? And do you think Ricky would ever do that with you?
Nah, definitely not. But I don't know. I felt as if the video was a bit of, because camera goes off a bit.
Yeah.
And I think they might have. Yeah, because there's no way someone would drink some sweat. Not anyone normal anyway.
Well, I'm going to speak to Dom later and try and get the lowdown on that, because that was absolutely disgusting if it was the case. But yeah. Setting the year off right after a difficult year last year. I hope you enjoy the week just in general, Ibi, and soak it all in. And what about your opponent as well, in terms of what you're expecting from your opponent on Saturday?
I've not really heard much of him. I think his name's Taka Bembere or something, and he's from Oldham, but he's experienced. He's not been stopped much. He's quite tricky, as in he's hard to hit. So obviously just gonna do what I need to do to get the win and hopefully put on a class performance in front of everyone.
Perfect. Probably the most I've ever heard you talk on an interview, so we're getting there slowly. But yeah, thanks a lot for your time, man. Thank you.